Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. Welcome to the diagnostic guide for DTC P0720, which indicates a malfunction of the output shaft speed sensor circuit, specifically for the 2012 to 2017 Honda Accord. This diagnostic trouble code is crucial as it affects the vehicle's ability to determine speed through its output shaft speed sensor, located on the transmission housing. The primary role of this sensor is to detect the speed of the output shaft or countershaft, which is essential for optimal transmission function. When the powertrain control module, or PCM, does not receive a valid signal from this sensor within a specified time frame, it mutes this as a malfunction and logs the DTC. Understanding the intricacies of this system will help in identifying and resolving issues effectively, ensuring that the vehicle operates smoothly and safely. Let's delve deeper into the details of this error code. Preventive maintenance is vital in averting reoccurrences of DTC P0720. Regularly checking the output shaft speed sensor can help identify early signs of wear or damage before they lead to significant issues or a malfunction. Ensuring that all wiring connections remain good and free from corrosion is equally important, as this minimizes the risk of electrical faults from developing. Additionally, periodic software updates for the PCM can also be effective in improving functionality and addressing bugs associated with the vehicle's sensing systems. By integrating these maintenance practices into regular servicing schedules, vehicle reliability and performance can be significantly enhanced over time. In conclusion, DTC P0720 signals a malfunction in the output shaft speed sensor circuit, which is vital for the PCM and overall vehicle performance. The sensor's role in detecting speed is critical, and any faults can cause significant operational issues, including erratic transmission behavior and poor acceleration. By following a systematic troubleshooting process, we can accurately diagnose and resolve these issues, ensuring safe velocity readings and smooth driving experiences. Regular maintenance checks on the sensor and associated wiring can prevent recurrences and contribute to long-term vehicle reliability. Implementing these practices will ultimately enhance the experience of driving a Honda Accord during its operational life. The error associated with DTC P0720 is specifically tied to the output shaft speed sensor, a critical component attached to the transmission housing. This sensor's primary role is to measure revolutions of the output shaft, translating this information into vehicle speed for the PCM. The PCM uses this data to control various functions within the vehicle, such as adjusting transmission behavior and maintaining fuel efficiency. If the PCM detects that no valid signal is transmitted from the output shaft speed sensor for at least 5 seconds during specific driving conditions, such as deceleration with the engine speed below 4,000 RPM, it triggers this DTC. Understanding this connection between the sensor and the PCM is essential for troubleshooting the issue effectively. There are several possible causes for DTC P0720. One significant possibility is that the NC, normally closed line of the output shaft speed sensor is shorted to ground, which can disrupt the voltage signal essential for the PCM. Alternatively, if the NC line is open, this would prevent any signal from reaching the PCM. Another frequent issue could be a disconnection at the connector of the speed sensor, which would also lead to signal loss. Sensor failure itself is another cause that could arise from wear and tear or manufacturing defects. Lastly, an internal circuit failure within the PCM can lead to the cycling of this DTC, although this is less commonly the root cause. Each of these scenarios represents a unique challenge that must be addressed carefully. When diagnosing DTC P0720, there are several identifiable symptoms to look for. A common sign is the illumination of the check engine light, MIL, indicating that the vehicle's onboard diagnostics have detected an issue that needs attention. Additionally, you may notice erratic transmission behavior, which could manifest as unexpected gear changes or a rough shifting experience. Poor acceleration performance is another symptom, as inconsistent speed readings can hinder the transmission's ability to operate correctly. If drivers report an unsettling lack of response during acceleration or shifts, these could be direct consequences of the malfunction. Awareness of these symptoms is crucial for timely and effective repairs. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0720 involves inspecting the output shaft speed sensor itself. Start by ensuring that the sensor is not damaged or excessively worn, as physical degradation can impair its function. Carefully examine the connections to the speed sensor. A loose or corroded connector could interrupt the signal transmission necessary for the PCM's operations. If there's visible wear, replacing the sensor might be essential to restore proper functionality. The importance of this initial inspection cannot be understated, as it sets the groundwork for any further diagnostic endeavors. Following the inspection, the next step is to check the continuity of the NC line from the output shaft speed sensor to the PCM. Using a multimeter, ensure there's a seamless voltage signal traveling through the line without any interruptions, which can indicate connection issues or a break in the line. Pay particular attention to any shorts to ground that might have occurred, as these can mislead the PCM into misinterpreting sensor signals. If you discover abnormalities in the readings, this could point toward either wiring defects or component failures that require immediate repair. Rigorous testing of electrical components is critical for ensuring that they are operating within designated specifications. The third troubleshooting step is to test the output shaft speed sensor itself. Verify the voltage output during operation. It should fall within the specified range detailed in the vehicle's service manual. If the sensor does not meet these parameters, it suggests that the sensor may be faulty, thus failing to provide the necessary input to the PCM. In such cases, replacing the sensor is warranted to restore proper function, which is crucial for vehicle performance. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines during this process to ensure that the new sensor is installed correctly and is calibrated according to specifications. Finally, if earlier steps do not yield results, check the functionality of the PCM. Sometimes, internal failure in this module leads to issues with interpreting data from various sensors. Utilize diagnostic tools to review freeze-frame data, as this provides historical context on DTC behavior prior to its illumination. Confirm the consistency of the DTC status across multiple drive cycles, as fluctuating error signals may indicate a deeper electronic issue. Additionally, consider performing software updates or resets on the PCM, if necessary, as firmware improvements can sometimes alleviate erratic behaviors linked to the sensors. Thorough analysis in this step ensures that all aspects leading to DTC P0720 are examined for resolution. To conclude the troubleshooting process for DTC P0720, conduct a test drive under varied conditions to monitor the vehicle's performance closely. Pay attention to how the transmission behaves during acceleration and deceleration, ensuring that shifts are smooth and responsive. Following the test drive, employ the scan tool to check if any DTCs reappear in the system. If the repairs hold firm, the DTC should remain cleared, indicating success in resolving the issue. Documenting these checks is beneficial for future reference and ensures that any similar issues can be rectified swiftly based on past experiences. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.